Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. Little gets the blood boiling. Quite like a rivalry game. Sparks, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. It's the Wake Forest Deacons and the NC State Wolfpack. We stay with State Molly, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
So much good football in the Triangle, but one of the best stadiums in that area is Carter Finley Stadium. NC State gets it rocking. The red and black, 50,000 plus. This is one of the most fun places to watch a game in North Carolina. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the move, it's Clark. There he goes. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think.
Wide open spaces. The 20. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Deacons. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he added the extra point. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Offense bringing in the big boys, heavy personnel. To the back. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Out wide left, it's Scott. Man, he is hard to wrap up as he gets it to the 32-yard line.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. The give. And he swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high load, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal, you bum. That's fine. But that's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, we would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
NC State has work to do to convert this 3rd down. He's changing the play. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's Bailey. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
A lot of times we call these quarterbacks ballers and game changers, but you don't call them smart enough. Like knowing the situation, knowing I can scramble around, buy some time, and then knowing exactly what I need to do to get that 1st down. You can call them whatever you want, but that was really smart.
NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Running inside, it's Scott.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
The Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Handoff to the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play fake, Lopez. Got his man downfield. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Wiggins. Runs through the tackle. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play getting the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Lopez. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
From the gun, 3rd down, Gio Lopez. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Here's some daylight. Turning it on. The 20. The 10. He is in. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Leaves it with the back. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Tosses it incomplete. Third and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Punt is on its way. Not a lot of room to make this catch. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Hard running there. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play, and gets the 1st down.
Yeah, it's a really good job with the misdirection, right? Bringing somebody's one direction with so much speed, the defense reacts. Now you bring another guy the other direction. Hard to see one and then react to the other, especially with that kind of speed on the field. And that's why you had a big play.
Out wide right, it's Morris. Breaks into the open. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Left side, it's Davis. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the break, and it's Wake Forest holding the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Lopez wants to fire. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Makes the grab. Makes the grab. Down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's a bang-bang play, 3-step slant. They rep this over and over in practice so they can go out and execute it on game day like that.
Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Changing the routes with his receivers. 2nd down, gonna throw it. It's complete to the left. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Bailey. He's going to fire deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit, but they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Hits inside. It's Scott. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Wolfpack line up, trying to forge ahead for a few inches. Powers inside. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And they get another first down, and this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like, not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs, and a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Trying to squeak through the pile. And he's tackled, stopped at the 14. They'll move the chains. They've got a first down in the red zone.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. They'll give it to him again. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. They'll move the wide receiver. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And they'll take over first and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing, Lopez. That's caught. It's Johnson. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. They're looking to throw on second and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. Churns into the pile. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Here's Lopez to throw. Right side, it's Wiggins.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on first down. It's second and 2. Lopez to pass. Rushes on. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be third down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Burrowing for yardage. Oh, he's got some space. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
The Demon Deacons pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. In the red area, it's Clark. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lopez. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, wait. Put 6 on the board.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
And the extra point was good. And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Quick give. It's Scott. He's past the marker. There he goes. Past the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And that touchdown was massive for the offense. Gives them confidence heading into halftime. But remember, they're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, so they get an opportunity to cut even further into this lead. That was a huge play.
And after the extra point, they're now down 24-7. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Bailey. Back's got it on the screen. Makes him talk to the hand. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
This guy has done a lot of work carrying the football, traditionally running it, and now they're trying to sprinkle it to him in the screen game as well. That's a good idea. If they're going to win this game, you just need to force feed him the football as many different ways as possible. I like mixing in the traditional running back screen there.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Wants to throw on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Has it back, and here comes the offense. Keeps it moving. It's Wiggins. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lopez, play action. Keeping his eyes downfield. Kept it, and he's past the marker. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Here's Gio Lopez to throw. Going to take a shot at this DB. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football. No PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
2nd and long here. Tight end now in motion. Lopez wants to fire. He's not afraid to go deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They're in the gun on 3rd down. It's Lopez. Out wide right, it's Davis. Turning it on. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Really nice decision by the quarterback. 3rd and long, and nothing was open deep down the field. So he's able to check it down and get it to a pretty athletic guy who shows you what they can do with the ball after the catch. He finds a few blocks, he uses his speed, and that turns into be a huge gain for the offense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, NC State. Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
And the extra point is good, but they're still down 24-14. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Hands it off on the counter. Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
Great play by the defense there, getting a tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Runs through a man. He might have space. The 40. Got loose, made the big play, and took it down to the 31.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more. But no question, they have got to tackle better on the back end.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Throwing, Lopez. Timed that hit perfectly to keep it from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on third down. Turns it upfield. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
The Deacons, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Caught. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Deacons. And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so it puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Making the adjustment. Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Right side, it's Snow. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And I feel like they kind of needed that play right here on third down, man. They've kind of struggled. They've had to punt several times this football game. They've already dug themselves a hole. Maybe that will give them a little adrenaline shot. Maybe that can give them some momentum moving forward. They got to have something. They need a spark to get back in this football game.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Takes a hit as he fires. Out wide left, it's Snow. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
This offense was just hoping for one big play. They finally got it. They're trailing big in this game, and they needed that pitch and catch to put them on the doorstep to make this a game again. Give them credit. They never lost their confidence. They never stopped being aggressive, and finally, two guys hook up. Massive play for the offense.
North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive.
Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22. Mustang.
Looking downfield, it's Bailey. Firing to the right, complete.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window. He did that right there.
NC State might think about going for a big one on 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. Snags it inside the 20.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Wake Forest has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Caught. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. NC State now operating from the red zone.
Here we go. Opposite.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
Coming into this game, this offense really believed they had a mismatch problem because of this tight end speed and athleticism, and you saw it right there, David. Nobody able to hang with this guy on that touchdown catch.
And either way you cover him, if you want to put a linebacker on him, he's got a speed advantage. A safety on him, he's got a size advantage. QB takes advantage of the mismatch, knows where his big fella's going to be, and capitalizes on it.
Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
runs through a tackle. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Keeps it on the ground. Breaks into the open. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Demon Deacons will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it on the counter. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Long way to go on 2nd down. Here's Lopez to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a 3rd down stop. Now it's Lopez. Out wide right, it's Hernandez. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
The play fake, Gio Lopez. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wake. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the point after is good. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And this defense is perfectly fine with that. When you're up a couple possessions, you want everything in front of you. You want that clock to tick, make sound tackles, and don't give up big plays.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. To the air, it's Bailey. Right side, it's Dozier. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. NC State going up-tempo.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Wants to throw again. Under pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be hard for this offense, man. They've struggled to pass the football down the field, to make these explosive plays, and now, huge deficit. Got to make them. Got to find a way to push the ball down the field to create some explosive plays if you want a chance to get back in this football game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Looks it in. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up. These guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Keep it on the ground. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. And maybe that fumble recovery becomes the first step in a miracle rally. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. That one's not even close.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Fires toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Wolfpack! Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. So the defense can't stop the clock 3 times here, so they can't just kneel on it. Need to pick up a first down and protect this lead. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. And now the Wolfpack will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Handoff again. Driven back. Timeout called by NC State. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Shakes off the defender. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here.
And that's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football game.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball into his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me, let me finish this thing, and win this game for us, and that's exactly what happened.
Powers through the defender. Nowhere to go.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
There is nothing greater than a rivalry game unless you lose it. And in that case, there is nothing more miserable.
I agree, Reese. And that's why rivalry games are so great, because you take the stats, you take the rankings, and you take the records, and you throw it all out the window. There's always tremendous effort and passion when we see these rivalry games. We certainly saw it today. And David, for this losing team, this one's going to sting for a while.
It does, but it's so strange because I always feel the same way. I'm like, there's no chance that they have a chance to upset them. But then you go, it's a rivalry game. The vitriol, the hate, it's already there. And so it means so much in sports. Who's motivated for these games? So you do get up. It does become a good game, even when it's not a good game on paper.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.